Hey guys, welcome to Friday Dating Tips with Alaya. As you can probably tell, it is not Friday, it is Saturday because I missed my video recording for you guys yesterday. I was just too swamped preparing for my flirting webinar, Flirting 101 webinar that I had today. So my voice is a little scratchy because we just wrapped that up, but it was really good. It was really fun. So much information on the 2-hour session that we did. So I actually today I want to talk a little bit about flirting. So specifically about the topic of eye contact. And really everybody talks about eye contact, and I just want to share the importance of that because even like somebody like me, I'm typically like when I go out to the grocery store even, I am just like zoom like vision. I'm just like only what I'm looking at, only what I'm doing and what I'm after. I don't really take my time, slow down, look around. And I think if you're like single and you're wanting to meet people and flirt, it's better to like slow down a little bit if you can. And then of course, look around, try to make eye contact with people. And so I'm going to share some good tips with that as well. One thing you can do too is like, if you're not overly comfortable making eye contact with super like attractive people, just get used to doing it with like people you aren't attracted to. So get used to doing it with like everyone, cashiers, baristas, anybody, family members. Even when someone's like talking to you, focus, like take some time to think about like, am I making eye contact, and sort of practice that a little bit so it becomes a little easier when a hot guy or hot girl comes along. So all right, so a few facts here. When you make eye contact with somebody, say a stranger, let's talk about the grocery store because I love that. As soon as you make eye contact, there's this psychological thing that happens where you automatically become more attractive just because you made eye contact. And a little bit to do with that is because there's an element of confidence that comes with that. So if you make eye contact with somebody, especially if you hold it and smile a little bit, there's an element that the person will assume that you're confident, and that is attractive in itself. Everyone knows that confidence is attractive. So there's that. Another thing, a little sort of tip, is like people who, when you're making eye contact with somebody, if their pupils dilate, it typically means that they're either afraid or attracted to you, but let's just assume that in like this flirting scenario, they are not afraid and they're actually attracted to you. So just I thought that'd be fun to let you guys know that. And there's actually that's why people like, and you see in like cartoons and drawings and things like that, they'll like somebody who's like in love or super cute, like the cute kitty picture or the meme that's everywhere, the orange kitty that's, I think he's in Shrek or something, has these huge black pupils. And there's reasons for that because the dilated pupil is actually an attractive thing or a cute thing, and it has a lot to do with attraction. So little tidbit for you there as well. So what you're going to want to do is, like I said, practice everywhere. And I want, if you're wanting to like flirt and meet more people and practice your flirting skills, I do recommend that when you make eye contact with people, you do it a little bit longer than you think you should. So hold the eye contact just like a second or two, or even half a second longer than you think you should, and you're not going to be creepy. Especially women, like you can hold that, you're not going to be creepy, and that it does make a difference because people's eyes can like dart around, and it's hard to tell if they're attracted to you if you like don't hold that a little bit longer. So hold it, that's one thing, and then make the eye contact 2 to 3 or 4 times more often than you think you should. So if you typically, like especially women, will make eye contact with a guy and then we'll look away and we'll be like, oh, he knows, and really he does not know, and he doesn't know. Usually they don't know just by like one glance, and then you look away. Guys typically, and girls usually need like a little bit more hints than just once. So I know it's uncomfortable sometimes for people who aren't used to it, but just practice. Just look 2 or 3 or 4 times if you can over at the person. So I have 3 techniques for making eye contact that are fun to play around with. So first one is glance and look away. So that is the one that we're typically used to. So you can kind of look at him, say you're at the grocery store and you're at the like papaya section. And no, let's do avocados because I'm doing keto right now and avocados are my life. So I'm at the avocado section and I look over at a guy and then I just look away. And then as soon as he makes eye contact with me, I'm going to look away and then maybe like check out the avocados again. But the trick is to make sure that you look again. And then of course if you smile a little bit, that's always nice too. And then you're going to kind of hold that and then go back and like look at your avocados again. So do that, like glance and look away a few times. And that's just kind of like, that tip is there to just avoid you like staring at them, which is weird and creepy and nobody really wants to do that anyway. So the glance and look away, that's number one. Number two is the darting glance. Men typically do this one naturally without even knowing that they do it. This is just a thing that men do, but women can do it too. So the darting glance is like where you look away, or you look and look away really quickly. So there isn't like a long break. And I'm going to try to do it, but let's see, I've never done this before, but like you look and then look again like that. So you look like a few times, like quickly at them. And so there's that one. So it's just like the first one, but it's just a faster back and forth. Okay? And then the third one is the look down glance, which is really good for women to do. So ladies, what you're going to do is when you make eye contact with him, instead of looking back at your avocados, you're going to look down at the floor first. Or like, yeah, look down. So you're going to like look at him, and then you're going to catch eye contact, and then you're going to look down. And then go back to what you're doing. Or you can look at him again, because you have to look at him again anyways, because we're going to do it at least 2 to 3 to 4 times. But looking down has this like super cute kind of like, oh, you caught me, kind of almost submissive feel to it, not to be mistaken with like not confident or not empowered, but this sort of like, you caught me, like this cute little like, oops, what did I do? So that one has a really, really flirtatious sort of vibe to it if you can kind of look down at the floor first. It's almost like you're thinking about what you're doing or you got caught. And guys seem to really like that. So there's your 3 techniques for making eye contact. And you can still do it in your masks when you're at the store, and you can still do it during COVID. And I hope you guys are all having a really awesome weekend. And I'm sad that some of you missed the flirting seminar because we had a lot of fun. But I think I'm going to host it again for anyone who's interested. And I'll talk to you guys soon.